What is going on? Number Rage coming back with another Rager. Here we are, Madden 20 Bucs franchise after the Super Bowl. We are in free agency here. This is going to be a short and sweet episode. Draft wasn't great. We only had a number 2 pick. But here we offered Jamal Adams, Reggie Ragland to come back, and Vernon Hargraves to come back. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money because I do know that we're going to have to re-sign Justin Herbert here soon. Here are all the retired players: Vinatieri, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Deshaun Jackson, Ben Roethlisberger, Tom Brady retires, Greg Olsen, Calais Campbell, Steven Gostkowski, Ryan Khalil, Ndamukong Suh, and you see that weird little bird. I guess it's a condor. That is the team of the Condors. John Gruden retires. Delaney Walker. But that is the Chargers as well. They relocated. But here we are seeing who we get for free agency. We got Vernon Hargraves. He comes back. Reggie Ragland. And we got Jamal Adams, the big number 1 prospect that I wanted to bring in to help our defense out. And we got him. Jamal Adams. That means one of our strong safeties in Jordan Whitehead or MJ Stewart are expendable, really. Jamal Adams, we signed him to a pretty beastly contract, I won't lie. I didn't want him to get away from me, so up to knowing that he would be my only one. 7 years, a total of $64 million, cap hit of 18, a total bonus 59. He's making $20 million just about every year. In his later years, he will be making less, so that is good. Basically a front-loaded contract. And then Henry Ruggs, you can see a superstar development. So technically, we need fullback, backup tight end. I take care of that. We need defensive tackle in the draft, maybe another safety. Justin Evans went up to star, if nobody saw that. I didn't even notice just then. Yannick Ngakoue and Shaq Barrett. I think one of them went up to star. I don't really know. But yeah, we had to do something. Here, Minkah Fitzpatrick has a 5th-year option. We decided to pick it up, of course. There's going to be some money going into him. And then Vita Vea with a 5th-year contract as well. We accept that, of course. They're pretty lengthy or pretty big deals too. I think I saw up $13 million for somebody. I will check and see. I'll see. But Jordan Leggett also accepts a contract we offered him. But we're gonna just go ahead and get right into this draft after I show you where the top prospects went. Zeke went to the Jags. Chris Carson went to the Patriots. Fournette went to the Colts. The Condors signed Mitch Trubisky, and then as you can see, Will Fuller to the Broncos, Malcolm Jenkins to the Broncos as well. Quincy, all of those, like the main prospects you know of. Jamal Adams came here. Zeke went to the Jags. Bradley Roby went to the Steelers. Tristan Thompson went to the Eagles. Josh Reynolds went to the Seahawks. Just stuff like that. But this is my second round, or one of my second round picks. I did trade up into the top of the second. I did not have that recorded. This is our this is the 32nd pick of the second round, so it's pretty late, I believe. But I'll show you the first round pick. I just figured out I was not recording, and I go to drafted. We took London Humphrey. 74 overall, hidden development, 6'1", 22 years old. He's run support. The reason I drafted him is because Levante David is getting up there in age. He's getting older, and he's the in-the-box type of safety. But we do end up moving him to cornerback for this year because we got Jamal Adams, of course. Here with the third round pick, we take a right end, Cliff Witherspoon, 6'3", 290, 24 years old. He looks okay. He's not great. Strength's up there. That's kind of what threw me off is the strength. But in the third round, that's not awful. Technically the fourth, if you want to get technical about it. Picking this late, you're not going to get a whole lot of impact players. But I was happy to get London Humphrey because he can kind of fit anywhere. He's a really good zone, and we can play him at nickel because he's got really good tackling. We can play him in the slot, so Minka and Sean Murphy-Bunting are on the outsides. Brian Foster here is, I believe, the next player we're going to take, a run stopper out of Navy. I didn't think he would be here this late. I thought he'd get scooped up by somebody. It was either him or that running back that I saw up there up top, but he makes more sense. I was going to look offensive line, but all the ones I wanted were already gone. I had a guard I wanted. I had 2 defensive tackles that went in the top 10 to 15, and I literally couldn't trade up. I could not trade up. I did happen to trade MJ Stewart away to trade up to number 4 in the second round to take London Humphrey, and I thought it was good because he's the same overall. But here he is, Brian Foster, 5'11", 23 years old, 78 speed, which is not great. But I feel like if we get him to develop this year, he can be a solid rotational piece on fourth or like rundowns, and it just help the box. But here's our next pick in the 7th round, a fullback, 74 overall. 21, he's a blocking type, and he's very good at blocking. Lead blocks 90, acceleration's 83. Speed's not great, trucking's okay, whatever. He's there to block. That's all he's going to be there for. He's a decent pick in the 7th round. But here's our draft recap. London Humphrey, strong safety. We do end up moving him to corner. He is going to play a slot corner. Mark Jacobs there in the 6th. He's in the 6th round, not the 7th. London Humphrey. So the reason I took him, he was the best player on the board. I went defensive tackle basically twice after him and still didn't get anybody. There was one defensive tackle that was better than both of the guys I took, but I'm okay with the guys I took. The only bad thing about Cliff Witherspoon is he's 24. Derek Gerard is 23. Brian Foster is 22 or 23 as well. So we kind of got old players in the draft besides Humphrey, which is, I mean, it's not bad, but the best player in the class is Zaire Evans, who I also was targeting and wanted, but he went 14. I couldn't trade up in the 1st round. I tried. I really did. This is the draft class, though. Sellers was a really good free safety that I was thinking about targeting. There's London Humphrey. He's one of the best players in the draft class. Not great, but when you're picking 2nd round, 32 overall, it's very hard to find somebody. But we did pick at the top of the 1st or the top of the 2nd as well. So I mean, we got 2 solid pieces in Mark Jacobs as a fullback, and then Humphrey is in a corner. But this is the team. This is what it's going to look like. Justin Herbert, offense is practically the same. I mean, offense is basically the same. We're just trying to develop our offensive line. Tristan Wirfs is a 78 overall star development. John Simpson is getting up there. He's playing. He gave up a lot of sacks last year. We can see if he gets any better this year. OJ's still there. We brought back Jordan Leggett. We have a 3rd tight end, but I might be looking in the free agency or practice squads for a better tight end than Blankton. Signed some backup offensive linemen. But our defense is where, and then we also signed Mike Daniels out of free agency as well. Nobody offered him, and then we just picked him up off of free agency. As you see, London Humphrey still a 74 overall as a cornerback. But yeah, this year I wanted to get better on defense. We got a lot better with the signing of Jamal Adams, who has superstar dev as well. I thought he'd have X factor, but he doesn't, which is it's a little weird. But Brian Foster as an outside linebacker, you saw he was in the 70s, so that wasn't bad. And we signed I forgot his last name or his first name, but his name is Madden. His last name is Madden. He's going to be our return man. He is a wide receiver. He's going to be 3rd or 4th or 5th on the depth chart. He's a 66 overall, but he has like 84 return, and that's better than anybody on our team. So that's going to be the episode. If you like, comment, subscribe. I can't wait to try to repeat next year. And until next time.